Hello students. Until now, means previous videos or previous classes we have discussed the concept of break-even analysis, that is definition of break-even analysis, basic terminology used in break-even analysis, determination of break-even point by using the schedule and graph. Now let us understand what are the different formulas that we require to apply in order to determine the break-even point. In the previous video, we have discussed that determination of the break-even point by using the graph. Now, we will discuss determination of break-even point by using the formulas, right? So, let us see the different formulas that we are using to determine the break-even point under the break-even analysis concept, right? Formulas using break-even analysis. Here, initially we require to prepare a statement which is used to determine the break-even point. Initially, we require to understand what is the basic statement that is required to calculate or determine the operating profit. The statement to prepare to determine the operating profit is sales minus variable cost will attain contribution minus fixed cost to determine the operating profit. This is also known as earnings before interest and taxes. That is operating profit. So this is the basic statement that is remember in order to apply, in order to determine the remaining values. If you are able to understand, if you are able to prepare this statement by using the information available in the question, you may use to calculate the remaining values also, the remaining information also. This is the basic statement. So from this statement, this is the first one. From this statement, you may also calculate the different values, that is contribution. The formula for calculation of contribution is sales minus variable cost. Sales minus variable cost. Here, the second one is contribution in terms of units. If it is in terms of sales value, otherwise rupees. In terms of value, sales minus variable cost. In terms of units, selling price per unit minus variable cost or contribution in units. Let us see here. Sales units minus variable cost in units. The third one is contribution per unit. That is selling price per unit. Minus variable cost per unit. This is a formula or equation used to determine contribution per unit. Next, contribution margin ratio. Contribution margin ratio. The formula for calculation of contribution margin ratio is contribution per unit by selling price per unit. This is the formula for calculation of contribution margin ratio. Contribution per unit by selling price per unit, or contribution per unit means selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. Selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit by selling price per unit. This is also one of the equations to determine contribution margin ratio. So they are the formulas relating to the contribution. Next, third one is operating profit. Operating profit equal from the given statement contribution minus fixed cost. Contribution minus fixed cost. Contribution minus fixed cost. Or what is contribution? Sales minus variable cost, then minus fixed cost. Or you can also write the same formula as sales minus of variable cost plus fixed cost. That is operating profit. Or what is the total of variable and fixed cost? Sales minus total cost. So based on the data is available in the question, we require to use any one of these equations to determine the operating profit. We can use any one of these equations to determine the operating profit. So these equations are ascertained by using this statement, that is contribution, operating profit, sales and all. Here when the operating profit equal contribution minus fixed cost, then fixed cost equal contribution minus operating profit. Fixed cost equal contribution minus operating profit. Or again contribution means sales minus variable cost minus operating profit. Or here sales, it is also written as sales minus of variable cost plus operating profit. It is also the formula for calculation of fixed cost. So fixed cost is always remains constant irrespective of level of production. It is remains constant. So they are the some of the formulas that we are using to calculate or using in break-even analysis. Not only the break-even point, also margin of safety, fixed cost, operating profit, contribution per unit, contribution margin ratio, profit volume ratio, margin of safety in unit, margin of safety in value, margin of safety ratio, right? Different formulas that we are using in the break-even analysis. So they are the 4 formulas that we are using. Now let us see the remaining formulas. The very important formula that we require to use in break-even analysis is PV ratio. PV ratio, that is profit volume ratio. The formula for calculation of PV ratio is contribution by sales into 100, or what is contribution? Sales minus variable cost by sales into 100. Any one of these formulas you can apply in order to determine the PV ratio, profit volume ratio. It is also used to determine the PV ratio per unit, that is contribution per unit by selling price per unit. You can also use that formula, or contribution margin ratio. Next, sixth one, break-even point in terms of sales or in terms of value. Break-even point in terms of value. BEP in value equal fixed cost by PV ratio. Fixed cost by PV ratio. Or you can also use the formula fixed cost by contribution margin ratio. What is contribution margin ratio? Contribution by sales into 100. If it is in terms of units, contribution margin per unit by selling price per unit. Here the BEP in value equal fixed cost by PV ratio. Here what is PV ratio again? Contribution by sales into 100. We need to first determine the PV ratio in order to calculate break-even point in terms of value. Means what is the total revenue at the break-even point? What is break-even point? No profit and no loss point. What is the revenue need to generate to attain the break-even point? To know that information, we require to apply this formula. The next one is break-even point in terms of units or in terms of volume. So here the formula for calculation of break-even point in terms of units equal fixed cost by contribution margin per unit. Contribution margin per unit. Fixed cost by contribution margin per unit is the formula for calculation of BEP in units. Means BEP value is the relationship between the fixed cost and the PV ratio. BEP units is the relationship between fixed cost and the contribution margin per unit, where contribution margin per unit equal contribution margin per unit equal selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit by selling price per unit. This is the formula for calculation of contribution margin per unit. Then you need to apply in the formula BEP in units. Next step. Eighth one, total sales if desired profit given. If desired profit given. See, sometimes the producer may interested to know the total sales to be conducted, total sales to be conducted or the total revenue to generate in order to achieve the desired profit. For example, I would like to generate 1 lakh rupees in terms of profits, not the revenue, profits. Then how many number of sales I should conduct in the market in order to achieve my profits or the target, that is 1 lakh. For that we require to apply this formula. Here total sales, that is in terms of value, total sales equal fixed cost plus desired profit by PV ratio. This is a formula used to calculate the total sales to conduct in terms of value in order to estimate the total sales, in order to achieve the desired profits, in order to generate the desired profits. The ninth one is total units produced if desired profit given. Sometimes instead of estimating the total sales to conduct in terms of value, the producer may estimate the total units to produce and sold in the market in order to achieve my expectations, my desired profit. To attain the desired profit, to achieve my desired profit, how many units I should produce and sold in the market. For that, we require to apply this formula. So, total units produced and sold, because that is the assumption of break-even analysis. That is, whatever the units we are producing must be sold in the market. So total units equal total number of units equal, otherwise here fixed cost plus desired profit by contribution margin per unit. Contribution margin per unit is the formula for calculation of total units to produce and sold in terms of units. Fixed cost plus desired profit by contribution margin per unit is the formula for calculation of total units to produce. Now you can compare the BEP sales in terms of value, BEP sales in terms of units, total sales in terms of value, and total sales in terms of units. So BEP value formula fixed cost by PV ratio. Total sales value fixed cost plus desired profit by PV ratio. So the difference between BEP value and total sales in value is we are adding only the desired profit to the fixed cost, where we are not adding desired profit here. In case of break-even point, we are not adding desired profit, but in case of total sales fixed cost, we are adding desired profit to the fixed cost. That is only the difference in formula. If desired profit given, if any question asking that calculate the total sales in terms of value in order to meet or achieve the desired profit, means we can use the formula fixed cost plus desired profit by PV ratio. Whereas in case of break-even point, fixed cost by PV ratio simply. Similarly, here in case of break-even point in units, we are using the formula fixed cost by contribution margin per unit. In case of total units, number of units produced and sold in the market, if you want to achieve the desired profit, fixed cost plus desired profit by contribution margin per unit. What is the difference between these two? Only the desired profit. We are adding the desired profit to the fixed cost in both the cases, whereas we are not adding in the break-even point in value and units. In case of the total sales, in units and value, we are adding the desired profit. That is only the difference. These four formulas are also very, very important, including the PV ratio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In examination point of view, these 5 formulas are very, very important. Right. The next formula, that is PV ratio, calculation of PV ratio if two periods information given. For example, for the year 2019 and 2020, information is given in terms of sales, in terms of cost, and also the profit. Similarly, for 2020 also, sales, cost, and profit. Now the question is, calculate PV ratio. What is the PV ratio if this information is available? Generally, what is the PV ratio formula? Contribution by sales into 100. This is for 1 year or the 1 period. But where there are multiple periods are available, or multiple periods information is available, to calculate PV ratio, there is a formula for calculate PV ratio if multiple periods information available are given. That is PV ratio equal change in profit by change in profit by change in sales. Change in sales. Note, very important, ignore signs. Ignore this sign. Just we are determining the difference, but not the subtraction. We are not subtracting, but we are determining the difference. We are estimating the change. We are calculating the change in profit and change in sales. For example, here 2019 and 2020 information given. Sales given 1000 in the year 2020, 2000. Profit in 2019 500. Here it is 400. Cost in 2019 200. In case of 2020 100. Here the question is, calculate PV ratio for the period 2019 and 2020. Now we need to take the formula, that is PV ratio equal change in profit by change in sales. Change in profit by change in sales. Here, what is the sales in the year 2019? 1000. In the year 2020, 2000. What is the difference between these two? 1000 is the difference. That 1000 difference only can take, not minus 1000. Only the difference. Ignore the signs. In case of profit, what is the difference between these two? Change in profit. Change in profit is 1000. Change in sales is 100 in profit. In terms of sales 1000. In terms of cost, the difference is 100. Only you are ascertaining the difference, not consider the signs of the values, plus or minus. So these are the formulas that we are using to determine the PV ratio, break-even point in terms of units, break-even point in terms of value, break-even total sales to conduct if desired profit given, total number of units produced and sold in the market produced if desired profit given, PV ratio if that more than one period's information is available. So they are also very important formulas we are using in break-even analysis. Apart from these formulas, we are also having the other formulas like margin of safety. As per our graph, what is margin of safety? What is margin of safety? The total sales minus BEP sales. As according to our graph, here we have a graph. It is our break-even point, and it is the total sales in terms of units. So the margin of safety is difference between these two. This area is called as a margin of safety. Means excess of total sales in units over and above the break-even point is known as margin of safety. So margin of safety may be calculated in two ways. That is margin of safety in units, margin of safety in value. Margin of safety in terms of units and margin of safety in terms of value. Here, if it is in case of margin of safety in units, we need to take the total sales. So total sales in units minus break-even point in terms of units. The difference between these two is margin of safety in units. I am repeating, margin of safety is excess of the total sales over and above the break-even point sales in terms of units and value is margin of safety. To determine margin of safety in units, you can use this formula: total sales in units minus break-even point in terms of units. And another formula respect to the margin of safety in terms of value equal total sales in value minus BEP in terms of value. This is a formula or equation which we are using to determine margin of safety in terms of value. Next, third one is 13 is margin of safety ratio. Margin of safety ratio. So margin of safety ratio can be calculated by using the formula net profit by PV ratio. This is a formula used to determine the margin of safety in terms of ratio, that is in terms of percentage. Already we are taking a ratio, means need not to write here into 100. Directly we will ascertain the margin of safety in ratio, net profit by PV ratio. So there are the different formulas respect to the margin of safety. Margin of safety in units, margin of safety in value, margin of safety in ratio or percentage. Break-even point in units, break-even point in value. Total sales in value, total sales in units. Contribution per unit, contribution margin ratio. Operating profit, fixed cost, and the statement is used to determine operating profit, that is sales minus variable cost plus will attain the contribution minus fixed cost, that is operating profit, that is the statement. So they are the total 13, around 13 to 15 formulas are there to determine different values using under break-even analysis. So this is about the formulas that we are using in break-even analysis. So let us take one small illustration to determine the break-even point by using the formula that we have discussed in break-even analysis. Let us take one illustration to explain the break-even point in units, break-even point in value, and also the PV ratio. So this is a simple example or illustration to determine the break-even point. Here the question is, what is the break-even point in units? What is the break-even point in value? And what is PV ratio? What is PV ratio? So these are the questions for the given information. Now you need to apply the respective formulas to calculate BEP units, BEP value, and also the BEP ratio. This is your given information. So before calculating these values, let us substituting the statement in the given information in the statement. So here sales number of units into selling price per unit, that equal to, does they given any number of units here? Per unit given but not the number of units, so here it is not possible to prepare the statement for the operating profit. Now you can directly calculate the break even point in terms of value and the sales. So BEP units, BEP units, the first one is calculate BEP units. Calculation of break even point in units. So what is the formula for calculation of break even point in units? BEP units equal fixed cost by contribution margin per unit. Contribution margin per unit. So what is contribution margin per unit? Contribution margin per unit equal selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. SPPU means selling price per unit, VCPU variable cost per unit. From the given information, what is selling price per unit and variable cost per unit? 5 rupees is the selling price per unit. This is selling price per unit and it is a variable cost per unit. So selling price per unit 5 and the variable cost per unit equal to 3, that equal to 2 is the contribution margin per unit, or here contribution margin per unit. So contribution margin per unit also denoted by CMPU equal to 2 rupees. Contribution margin per unit equal 2 rupees. Now you can substitute the fixed cost and contribution margin per unit in the formula. Here BEP units equal fixed cost as per given 10,000 rupees by 2 rupees per unit, that is contribution margin per unit, that equal to 5,000 units. What is this 5,000 units? BEP units. It means that at 5,000 units the business will attain the break even point. 5,000 units. It means that at 5,000 units business will attain the break even point. The second question is calculate break even in terms of value. Calculation of BEP in value. What is the formula for calculation of BEP value? BEP value equal fixed cost by contribution margin ratio. Contribution margin ratio, or we have one more formula with a different term, that is fixed cost by PV ratio. Fixed cost by PV ratio. Here we have the information to determine contribution margin per ratio. Contribution margin ratio. So contribution margin ratio equal selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit by selling price per unit is the formula for calculation of contribution margin ratio, right? Here as we are measuring in ratio into 100, that equal, what is selling price per unit? 5 minus 3 by selling price per unit is 5, that equal 5 minus 3 by 5 into 100, that equal 2 by 5 into 100, that equal to 200 by 5 equal to 4 or 40%, or that is equals to contribution margin ratio equal to 0.40 is our contribution margin ratio. Now you can substitute in the formula, that is fixed cost by contribution margin ratio. So BEP value equal fixed cost given 10,000 by contribution margin ratio 0.40 equal to 25,000 rupees. 25,000 rupees. So BEP value equal rupees 25,000. So PV ratio means contribution margin ratio, nothing but PV ratio. Nothing but PV ratio. PV ratio or contribution margin ratio. Contribution margin ratio, nothing but PV ratio here. So BEP units 5,000 and the BEP value 25,000. So to prove whether the calculated break-even in units 5,000, break-even value 25,000 is the value and units at break-even point, we can use the statement, that is sales minus variable cost, contribution minus fixed cost equal to operating profit. If you substitute the same information in that statement, you may realize that the break-even point in units 5,000 or break-even point in value 25,000 is correct. So what is the statement that is used to determine operating profit, or to prove whether the break-even point in units and break-even value is correct? Sales minus variable cost, contribution minus fixed cost equal to the profit at the break-even point. Remember, now we will substitute the same information in the statement in order to know whether these values are correct. Right here, sales at break-even point, sales at BEP in units 5,000 into selling price per unit, no changes in selling price per unit, that is our assumption, selling price per unit, that equal 5,000 into 5, 25,000 total sales, minus variable cost. So variable cost is changes according to the level of production, right? 5,000 units into 3 rupees per unit, that equal to 15,000. The difference between these two is 10,000, called contribution, minus, as per given, the fixed cost is 10,000. Fixed cost equal 10,000. Now there is no remaining, there is no operating profit. Operating profit is 0. It means that total revenue is exactly equals to total cost when that is equal to break-even point. This is a process of proving whether the calculated break-even point units and value is correct. So this is the statement showing whether the business attained the break-even point at 5,000 units. So this is a process of calculating break-even point in units, break-even point in value, and also proof of break-even point. So the total revenue 25,000, total cost 25,000, that is fixed cost 10,000 plus variable cost 15,000 equal to 25,000. So in this case, what is total revenue? That is sales 25,000 rupees equal total cost means fixed cost plus variable cost, that equal 10,000 rupees fixed cost plus 15,000 rupees is variable cost, where 25,000 rupees sales equal to 25,000 rupees total cost, that is equals to break even point, no profit, no loss. So this is a process of calculating the break even point in terms of units, in terms of value, and also the contribution margin ratio and other formulas. So my dear student, this is a very important concept, not only in examination point of view, also in any business at the time of determining the minimum number of units that business should produce in order to attain the break even point. And also this break even analysis helping to the producer in determining the total number units to produce in order to achieve the targeted profits or the desired profits. This is very important concept to apply in various managerial decision areas, especially in determining the production. So it is not only in determining the production, this concept is also playing a significant role in make or buy decision, whether to add or the drop the decisions in the business, or whether to continue or stop the business, or any other business managerial decision areas. So managerial can using or use effectively this break-even analysis concept in order to take the effective decisions in to maximize the profits of the business. So this is about the concept of break-even analysis. Until now what we have discussed respected to the break-even analysis, what is break-even analysis, what is break-even point, the terminology using break-even analysis, and the graphical representation of break-even point, and the significance of break-even analysis, and application of break-even analysis, and also the assumptions of break-even analysis. This is about the break-even analysis concept. Okay, thank you.